good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, I actually have to click. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with the word empty. Death. Gee, I feel like empty, death.
So some words resonate with, like, certain words resonate with each of these girls.
Yeah.
So Sayori is usually, like, bright and bubbly. Yuri is more, like, dark and, you know, horror-ish.
Yeah, she probably would like empty, death, misfortune.
Yeah.
And
the other one, she's all about cute.
That is true. So if I was trying to go for her for some reason, I would have to go with, probably vanilla, portrait, vibrant.
Well, it changes every time.
Oh, it changes every time? Okay. I like the flavor of vanilla. She jumped. Cute. I guess the cute thing here would be skirt or bubbles. I guess it was bubbles. Candy, puppy. Puppy is cute.
Jeez, I want to know what freaking climax goes towards. I'm guessing Yuri.
Probably, like an epic climax to a movie. A giggle is cute, candy be cute, puppies are cute, a flower can be cute. I'll go with puppy. Yeah. I like a puppy. I like dogs. She's like, yay, you picked puppy. Fester. That's probably Yuri. That sounds like a Yuri thing, too. Atone, hurt, clumsy, massacre. Yeah, ribbon. So, what were the words I picked so far?
All cute. So far, except for the first
one.
I
was trying to remember what the words were. What was the first one?
I don't remember. I didn't know I was supposed to be, like, holding information for that.
Damn, I was hoping the history would have showed what words I picked. Because I only remember puppy, ribbon, and... Oh, vanilla was the first one.
Yeah, vanilla.
It was vanilla...
Vanilla,
bubbles,
puppy, ribbon.
Vanilla bubbles,
vanilla
and a puppy ribbon. Vanilla bubbles, puppy ribbon. Socks. I guess socks could be cute.
Rainbow.
Rainbow, that would be... Oh, no, that was her. Even though rainbows are also cute. Pain is cute.
I think Rose would be Sayori too, though. So.
Yeah. Poof.
It feels like it's taking less of what's her name's now, and it's making you choose one of the other two.
Yeah. Judgment.
There's lots of disaster, misery,
and requited together.
And requited.
What about poof? Poof was her.
Oh,
a poof is cute. I guess a boop is cute.
A poof
and a boop. A nibble is cute. A twirl is cute, but that's probably more like Sayori, because dancing. A twirl, she's probably more dancing.
Let's do nibble.
Yep, nibble.
Tyranny, broken, anxiety, prayer, dazzle, hair, awesome milk.
Maybe
awesome
hairs?
Milk.
Awesome milk. Which one of these would be cute?
You wanna do dazzle?
Maybe milk, because she does like baking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Milk. Okay. Lazy question. Frightening sparkle. Lipstick piece.
Lipstick.
Cute bed. Hopeless, agonizing hope. Those don't mix together, because they're both adjectives. I guess cute. Because that was, yeah. Adventure cry. Incongruent marriage. Playground dream. Strawberry whirlwind.
Like Sayori,
Fireflies cheer.
I say strawberry.
Yeah, strawberry. Intellectual scars. Extreme passion. Sticky imagination.
Oh my goodness.
That should stay in the bedroom.
Amazing fickle.
Fickle, yeah.
Oh, wait, they're both adjectives.
Amazing, fickle, disown.
Disown philosophy.
Which would these be cute? Sticky. Unless she's talking about sweets again.
Yeah. Let's try sticky.
Because imagination's gonna be Sayori.
Yeah.
Yep, sticky. Apparently sticky is cute. Dark shopping. Infinite smile. Waterfall insight. A blanket analysis. A Valentine whistle.
Analysis blanket. It's an analysis blanket. You put it on it.
A whistle Valentine. You just whistle your Valentine. Cute. I would think Valentine is probably cute, and so is a smile. Well, she doesn't smile much.
No, let's try Valentine then.
She might be more smile. Yes! Valentine. Because it's a heart, and that's cute.
Anime, I know that.
A parfait nightgown. Sounds obviously parfait, that's food.
What about a nightgown parfait?
Nightgown parfait.
That's a big parfait.
An uncanny heart.
Uncanny heart.
Peaceful anime.
Peaceful anime.
Pleasure skipping. A spinning romance.
Skipping pleasure.
Skipping pleasure. Either parfait or heart she probably would like.
Alright.
I'm gonna go with parfait. Yeah. A horror starscape. A jump whisper. You jump and whisper at somebody. Love desire. Summer pout. Feather sing.
Hey. What'd you do?
I would guess feather might be the cute one.
Yeah.
Nope, that was her.
Nope.
Damn it, Sayori! Meager, pure, vivacious. Or vivacious, graveyard,
wait,
vivid,
Sayori,
melancholy, angered, swimsuit. Maybe play might be also Sayori too. Sayori is very active.
Well, I was saying play would be Sayori.
Oh, okay.
So.
I guess swimsuit could be
Pure?
cute. Pure? Okay, pure was her. Because, like, that swimsuit's, like, I think anything related to clothing would be her, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Comfort, captive, raindrops, excitement, daydream, clouds, pink.
Yeah.
Her hair is pink. Incapable, bunny! Sorry, I should have read all the other words for music, crimson, determination. Mouse,
yeah.
family, sugar. Either if sugar or mouse.
Sugar.
I feel like she likes anything that's animals and food. Friends is definitely gonna be Sayori. Unstable, charm, time, hop, ambient, shiny, happiness, unrestrained, and hope.
Shiny?
Oh, it was her. Okay, cool.
Hi again, Chippy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. I wouldn't resist 4 girls.
Oh, jeez.
This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I never back down from my word. Or promise. Because if I break either of those, I'm probably gonna be a dead man. Well, I'm back in the Elixir Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Chippy. Well, this is too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literatures when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Not like I'm being graded. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Mmm! What a delicious cupcake! Just now that she's like, mmm. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature!
Mangaka?
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back onto her seat.
Dear.
Yeah.
Said mangaka.
Monica.
No, mangaka.
Mangaka, yeah. Don't worry, guys. Chippy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Chippy could become good friends, too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Oh, wait, Sayori?
Sorry, I just don't even pay attention to the name that pops up. Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it was a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Gee, what a surprise. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
You never think about that stuff because you don't think!
I wonder how many people would get that reference. Yeah, I won't make a big deal about it, if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is a hentai! No, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. No, I won't. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some schedule activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I think it's also as red as a tomato right now. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her, in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica? Monica? Everyone just mispronounces her name as Monica. So I think that's how everybody says her name. They've always read it as Monica, not like a Japanese name.
Right.
She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of these things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga. She slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls. Huh. I wonder if this would always say Parfait Girls. Because I think the other option that we had aside from Parfait was Heart. So it makes me wonder if we picked Heart instead of Parfait if it would say Heart Girls.
Huh.
That'd be an interesting thing. Interesting thing to find out. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you could do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Chippy. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
I wasn't sure if you'd actually know what that word was.
I was not going to read it as Mo. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but I played Moemon, which is which is Pokemon turned into little girls.
Oh yeah.
It was a funny game, but I played Moemon. So yeah, don't just stand there. Wah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. He had to say it like that. He should have just, like, continued to be dumb. Don't say it like that! Or don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can't say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki opens again? Oh my god. That just makes it sound like she's sitting there and opening her legs for some reason.
Oh wow.
It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming an additional space. The additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. So I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Or is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and some of the romance starts to happen. It's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. I don't know why, a lot of times when I emphasize really, I have to say really like that. Why? I don't know why I do that. Maybe I was reading, I was gonna make it seem like she was saying it to him. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. Ah, this chapter seems to be about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, she does like baking.
Yeah.
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah? Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Uh-huh.
That makes even more coincidence.
Yeah.
Or, that makes even more...
Yeah.
like, parallel.
I know, obviously if you read something that you really like, you might end up aspiring to do something in it, and end up liking that too. Like, I would never get into anything just because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Okay, now this right here, this right here is actually a really cute picture.
Yeah.
We read for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? She's actually just sitting there staring at his face the whole time as he's reading. It's not. Even though you were just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. You know, I guess it's not really... I don't know, should I keep doing this type of style voice for her?
It's up to you.
I don't know, we'll see. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince all of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Eh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Did you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like, I could never get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up with them without being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? The part about me being a loser, or the part about you? Wait.
It being harder for you since you're not a loser.
It's hard for you because you're a pretty girl. I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this.
Oh, goodness.
You make it sound like it's freaking hentai. Like it's adult manga. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was just kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Oh, hi. I totally forgot that happens. Sorry. I just felt... I had to. Because it's always you that does it.
Yeah.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Eh?
Are you all ready with today's poems?
Shit. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. You do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Ah, yeah, but... Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it at home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I may fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? That is quite the conundrum. God damn, I can't even speak when I'm not reading. Alright then.
Right.
I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book in my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Oh, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Here we go.
Who do you want to show to first?
I guess it would make sense to show it to Natsuki first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, "Ha, well that's not great, but let me show you what the real literature looks like." And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Nakusi's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to, like, the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you've never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Click outside the poem area to continue. Oh, okay.
Yes, because some of the poems get pretty long.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You'd have to
I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks my writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing, like, seriously. I can just start adding like in there every few words. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? At least I'm not saying man all the time.
Yeah.
Like, what was his name? Shane.
Yeah.
Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight onto the wordplay. Wordplay, not worldplay. Like, I set it for a rhyme at the... She said like. Like, I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on, like, purpose. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. It helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Wise words. Alright, let's... I have this feeling that Yuri's is probably the longest.
Alright.
So we'll go ahead and do Yuri's. Because I'm getting tired of reading, talking all the time.
You're like, I'm just talking about myself.
Yeah. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and just because you go and you write, because you wrote, like, what's her name?
Yeah.
Yuri won't like it. But if you write, like, Yuri, the other girl won't like it.
Yeah.
That's how Yuri likes anything.
That's true. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad?
No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. So sorry.
Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten in. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. We shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Kinda like what she's doing now. Which itself is kinda funny. Yeah, Yuri, your dreamy-looking face is hilarious.
Do you want me to read the poem?
Sure. After all,
right.
Isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
That right there sounded as if you were replying to me anyways. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Interesting. I always found it interesting where people will, like, write like that. They kind of write like they're, like, doing half cursive, because it's not all completely cursive. But,
oh yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Like, the B is by... It just looks like a normal, like, italicized B, but then it's just a cursive E, cursive R, cursive G, L. I always thought that was interesting when people do that.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hmm? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Chippy.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Oh, I suppose you didn't only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really.
It's not nothing. It's impressive.
Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Not in the slightest. But I appreciate the gesture. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep
That's what he was thinking in his head.
Yeah. Guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you. You better get better.
Yes, ma'am, Sergeant Ham. Let's do I'm gonna say Sayori for last.
Oh.
What?
Hi, Chippy.
Hi, Monica.
Having a good time so far?
Ah, yeah. Of course I am. I'm in a room by myself with 4 girls. What's there not to enjoy?
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Uh-huh. Don't worry, Chippy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's that sort of barrier we all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. I like it, Chippy.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
So I'm guessing right here, that word cuter would differ, depending on,
you chose.
Like if you chose all of Monica, or like all the stuff for Yuri, it'd be
maybe
darker,
like,
probably.
Yeah, probably.
And for, I don't know what sports you would use for, Sayori. Would it be, like, bouncier?
Yeah, or something, yeah.
Yeah, that's something to, like, do in another playthrough or something. Just to find that part out.
Right. Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez.
There she goes with that weird laugh again. Oh,
she said no,
think of something not to give it right. Oh, no.
Yeah.
That makes you think of something not to give it right, and she's a good writer, too. I take that as a compliment.
Give me that. He just takes his poem back. If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
Who? Eh? What? Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. You might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert. You probably won't find much fill in her poems. It might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel complete. Before I feel complete, yes. It'll take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see and try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Yes, please.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Oh, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. So she has the longer one this time.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
I don't know why, but reading that, it almost sounds kind of like sexual. Like, a lot of those could have been innuendos.
Yeah.
What a naughty girl.
It's too deep.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
I think you're a naughty girl. It's very freeform, if that's what you would call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one? Sounded like sex to me.
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it.
Probably embarrassed.
I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
Really? What did you do in your bedroom last night? Okay, I'll stop with the sexual talk. Oh my god! You're making it worse, Monica. An epiphany? Really? Do tell.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly.
Oh god. The only thing deep was probably either your fingers or some toy you have.
Dude, come on. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's just have a five-some. Let's go. Bring it on.
Wait. Menage a sink?
What?
Menage a sink. It's a five-some. That's what it is in French. I was looking up what the word for five in French was. You know, because menage a trois is a threesome, so.
That is true.
Anyway.
That is true.
Anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. So if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper, then tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. Keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Well, that just sounded like either like a radio show or like she was doing a YouTube video.
Yeah,
Monica's writing tip today. Tip of the day.
Monica's writing tip of the day.
Alright, Sayorai. This is a good poem, Chippy. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Why was that in parentheses?
I don't know.
Like, I guess parentheses literally means it was an actual thought in his head.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the rest of it, he's just narrating in his head.
What I've noticed is, like, parentheses is personal thought.
Yeah.
Quote is when he's talking out loud. Yeah. And then, other than that, it's narration.
Yeah. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Chippy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, and he's like, specifically girls. That's something that only really good people do. Unless you're me, who's only doing this because girls. Thanks, Sayorai. I'm not sure if Sayorai sees the full picture of my motive here. Of course she would. You've already called her an airhead. So of course she wouldn't understand that you're only doing this because you're being surrounded by pretty girls. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I see the main character actually just like, if there was like an anime adaptation to this, he'd be like, "Hey Sayori!" And he throws the paper, it just like slaps right in her face. And she just like pulls it off slowly, and she's like, "What's this?" It's like, "It's my poem. Read it."
And we'd also get to see what the guy looks like too, and what his actual name is.
Right.
Like, it'd be cool if this had an anime. That'd be a pretty interesting anime.
It'd be Gary.
Gary.
I don't know.
And then I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! He's gonna hold me! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I'm sorry. I actually was enjoying that poem, because I like it when poems actually have rhyming to it. Because that, to me, was what feels like a poem. But that end part actually made me chuckle. She's just, I want breakfast. Son, get out of my eyes, I want breakfast.
Thank you for missing me, but I want breakfast.
This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this?
Yep.
No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that this was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. That's why she was late for school. She said she had to make her eggs and toast. I get all cranky.
Well, that was today. What about yesterday?
Right?
No, second breakfast.
I have eggs and toast every morning.
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
So she eats that first piece of toast and just like goes in there.
First it's served to me in bed. Yeah, she's like, first it's served to me in bed, and then after I get out of bed, I go and have more eggs and toast.
I go and stretch and I greet my parents, and I'm like, okay, breakfast number 2, here we go.
And breakfast number 3 is right before I walk out the door. So third helping of eggs and toast.
You just like have her with like a piece of toast with egg on top of it, just flopping as she's trying to run.
Yeah, just like it's in her, like a corner of the bread is in her, or the toast is in her mouth with the egg on it. Yeah. And she's just like running out the door, putting on a shoe.
Right.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. I feel like you have to have the This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah, sure. What you said. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
I'll hold you to that. Yay, he's gonna hold me twice.
He's gonna hold me again. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. The holding you, I mean. Here. I guess that's
honestly, I feel like if he had that, like, she would easily become his girlfriend, like, right at the beginning.
Oh, definitely. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems should stand up to theirs. Huh?
Mediocre writing abilities?
I said mediocre.
I know, I'm just messing.
Oh. You made it sound like I said mediocre. And I'm like, man, now I just want to eat some okra. I haven't eaten okra in forever.
Yeah.
My dad loves okra. This is a literature. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. Why does he have to? Why did he have to announce "I sigh"? He could have just had like asterisks with.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into.
You sigh.
We all sigh for I sigh.
Who's I sigh?
We all sigh for eyesight. Across the room, Sayorai and Monica are happily chatting.
There's those two talking
land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, staring at their respective poems. Or sharing. I don't know why I said staring at. Sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What?
Just wait.
She's like, what's with this language?
Eh? Yeah, take me right. Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk and with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. She likes everything. And Chippy did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Chippy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
I don't know why they had to message me on Steam. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Chippy appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And how would you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Damn. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one with whose boobs magically grew size bigger as soon as Chippy started showing up.
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
This doesn't involve you.
Oh, I thought that was that both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see, I just saw... Never mind. I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they've noticed I was standing there.
Chippy. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point?
You almost sound like that comic. you almost sound like that comic book guy in Simpsons. Worst video game ever.
Oh yeah, that's not what I was going for too. What's the
Yeah,
point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? There, the meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Chippy.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Chippy?
Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be... Oh, jeez. I don't know, I just kind of feel bad agreeing with one or the other. So I kind of want to be like, help me, Sayori.
Well, you go ahead and make a choice, yeah.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, honestly, I feel like you should go with who you would actually agree with. Do you agree simpler or more complex words or more...
Well, me personally, I agree with both. Because
I feel like it depends on the story, honestly, to me.
Yeah, like, it depends on what you're trying to convey and stuff. But,
yeah.
And it also depends on each person's style. If someone's style is simple, then that's their style. Somebody's style is more complex, then that's their style. That's why I kind of be like, help me, Sayori!
Yeah, I'll go for that then.
Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. Yuri! But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Or Sayori. Eh? Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can you two keep up how can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Chippy. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Yeah. You. Natsuki! Yuri! You guys are my friends! I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give me so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Oh my god.
I think that's my first time actually seeing that, because I usually ended up siding with one of them.
Yeah, I have a feeling you sided with Yuri.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Sayori. Sayori? I even forgot how I was pronouncing her name. Sayori?
Sayori.
No, I know how to pronounce her name. I'm just saying, I'm trying to remember how because I always pronounce the I as I. And I was just like, was I Sayori? Sayori? I don't remember. You know what?
I think you said Sayori.
So, Yuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
Oh, make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president? Or so this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her... I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Ugh! God damn, that hurts! Can you quiet down in there, you stupid butterflies? Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Maybe she should become president.
Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Chippy, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. ...
I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I could do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Chippy! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. He just takes her hand. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Chippy, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think that seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sorry, sigh. That was him. He actually vocally said the word sigh.
Alright.
Because it was in quotations. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder.
For a future harem!
Exactly. I want all these pretty girls! I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an intentional monologue sometimes. Okay! Internal? Did I say intentional?
Internal monologue. Yeah, you did.
Intentional monologue. That was clearly intentional.
You're my intentional monologue, Sayori.
Yeah, let's do this.
So, can I say something?
What?
I think we should actually stop recording here, and we'll do another one of these. That way you can get this one out and recorded. Like this whole session that we've done right now, it'll probably just be one episode.
Oh yeah, more than likely.
Well,
I was actually thinking about stopping right there anyway.
Oh really?
I was gonna save. Wow, that's a lot of input. Why does this have 9 pages of 6 slots? How many?
That's in case, because dude, there's a lot of stuff that happens.
That is true, and people will save often, especially when it comes to making a choice or something. I think.
Yeah.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, you just end this here, and then we'll just like continue as if we're like starting the thing on the next episode.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do an intro.
Alright guys, well that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I'm definitely enjoying the story so far, because I've never played this game, so it's interesting to see how these characters develop. And with Aethys going through this as well, after having played this a different way before, so even he is seeing some new stuff too. So it's gonna be definitely interesting as we continue this. But thanks again guys, and that's gonna be it for the Chippy Brigade, and we'll see you guys next time. See you later, Pipsqueaks!
Later!